Hello, 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 hello. This is Dr. Randy Short, and I'm just doing a quick COONBUSTERS. And I want to say go to hell very much to everybody that supports Black Lives Matter. I don't give a damn if you're friends or family. This is a setup to hurt and leave black people with a lot of repression, death, and abuse, and you're stupid as hell. And a lot of you, pardon my language, dumb fuck black women who've been given jobs and opportunities because white folks are less threatened by you than black men, you let those stupid jobs and those worthless degrees misguide your silly asses. I've traveled more, studied more, done more than 99% of the people you meet. I had a friend, I just blocked her ass, and I have no regrets, and I'll block everyone. If you like Black Lives Matter, get the fuck off my Facebook page. I mean that. Fuck you. I can't stand it. It's time to stop being patient with stupidity. This is a setup, and once they've made the masses of white people who are armed to the teeth angry at all of us blacks collectively for a few stupid, gay, and confused paid operatives of the white supremacist billionaire class, we will collectively be fucked over. All of us will get beat, shot, profiled, harassed, dogged for years. And the same whiteys that ran up and down the street and marched with you as allies switch sides and get paid, because it's all about income streams and getting what's yours in America. And you dumb fuck people think because you could rub asses or screw someone interracially or sing songs or emote with someone that looks different from you that it matters a goddamn. It does not. Black Lives Matter is a front dominated by white billionaire gays and globalists who want to exterminate black people. We're at risk of being harmed. If there's a race civil war in America, you bet your dumb black asses that we'll die in the greatest numbers. We stand out, we're divided, we're scattered, we're not armed, we're not prepared, we're not organized, we're not like Mormons with food stacked up and food. To hell, with this. And by the way, who is this? Birdsong? I don't give a damn about any of the president people. But if you worship Biden, if you worship any of these people, you're stupid. Trump, he's here for another 4 years, whether you like it or not. If you think that white people are going to vote for Biden after they've seen what they've been told is black people burning up private property, you don't know a goddamn thing about America. Okay, for a lot of you, if you haven't lived and remembered the 1960s, the same white people that marched or were hippies became white supremacists once they joined their corporate jobs. It's a setup. Smoke out the black folks who speak up, and then repress, crush them, and then punish us collectively. We're really not ready for what it is that could be put on us. They would hit us so damn hard, so fast. We aren't organized. We're not unified. We don't like ourselves. Unfortunately, I wish to God there was unity among black people. And our businesses and our politicians and schools were looking out for us. None of that's the case. We're an unwalled village waiting to be pillaged. We're in a lot of trouble. Black Lives Matter does not represent black folks. Anybody that likes Black Lives Matter, please get the hell out of my life. Go away. Go and run and do all the little stupid stuff. Hey, Austin, hi to everybody and anybody that worships these stupid people and any of the parties. You're stupid. You deal with what you have to as a strategy. I've met a lot of weak, emotional, castrated, bitch-type black men that run around screaming. They're acting like Donald Trump is coming through the neighborhood burning shit up. You're stupid. You're stupid. Donald Trump is a fat cat, out for himself, white businessman. The system was here before he got in office. The system will be here when they're done with him. What we got to figure out is, what is our game? If we don't figure it out, we'll get played. Just want to say, George Floyd murdered violently, cruelly, savagely, barbarically. But it's deeper than that. Him, with his white girlfriend, got in the middle of a love triangle with this crazy racist ass cop who I think is Jewish, who was working with the Palestinian store owner, who's a drug dealing, money laundering, probably counterfeit money moving, multi-millionaire mafia, international, and he got executed. Our people are not just up against racist whites, it's racist Asians, racist Arabs, racist foreign black folks, racist mestizos, racist Mexicans, racist, you name it, Ocean Pacific. We're not in a good position to go into a situation of this country where to go, hey, how you doing, Brother Malik? If we went into a race war, black folk would be hurt real bad. I encourage people, and I've been encouraging people for 10 years, to get armed. Learn how to grow food. Do everything you can for yourself. Wake up, meet like-minded people. By the way, for all the people who have a problem with Trump, go to hell. I never told people to get in the hot tub and fall in love with Donald Trump. I've told you, Joe Biden is a career white supremacist. He's a career white supremacist, and it doesn't really matter. The system is white supremacist, who the president is. I'd rather have a president that people can't stand than a president that people sleep on, who knows how to work the system to pass legislation and policies to destroy black people like Joe Biden has done for 45 years. So, fuck all the dumb black people who aren't thinking. None of these people love us. And the biggest problem is we don't like ourselves. We don't like people that think, that try to tell us. We're in a hell of a lot of trouble. It's not going to get easy real fast. I hope y'all are saving up food. I hope y'all know how to operate some kind of garden tool, or you got some solar, or you got some water saved up. It's not cool where we are right now. I have not seen any black leadership, religious, you name it, on anything, even basic things. Y'all need to wake the hell up and recognize that those other people who can jump a plane, go to Ghana, go to the Bahamas, go to Jamaica, they probably already have a house. They will leave us here to face the slaughter. Most of these protesters aren't black. Most of the destruction's not done by blacks. They're people from white sides of town in Chicago and many going into black areas, burning, killing, shooting, stabbing, maiming, creating problems. And we are being left holding the bag of global opinion, national opinion. Not a good position to be in. Opposed to police brutality, and I can say this to anyone. I joined the movement against mass incarceration 22 years ago, long before there was some criminal justice reform. And I don't care what anybody thinks about what I say or do. In fact, I'm faster to tell you to go to hell. Where are all these so-called people? Where are the entertainers? Where are these people? They're nowhere. They're out for themselves. Wake up. It's a lie. Black Lives Matter doesn't work for us. They're partnered with Antifa. When Antifa is in jail, Antifa's with the Aryan Brotherhood, with the Ku Klux Klan. They are murdering black men and women in prisons, and then they come out and they burn black neighborhoods and destroy property where black people work. Do you know they've been burning black institution and black association buildings in Minneapolis? This isn't for us. What the hell? Black Lives Matter is a coon institution. We don't really have anything. I mean, we got some groups. I see some folks, the ones who are defending neighborhoods. We're really not organized and mobilized to protect ourselves from the many people against us. We've got a legion of enemies and a legion of traitors. We're in a hell of a lot of trouble. Black Lives Matter isn't good news. Black Lives Matter is dangerous news. Black Lives Matter, I mean, repatriating to Africa, Maliki, look, black folks ain't ready to move across the street. Do you know how much money it would cost for a lot of people? And when you get to Africa, it's not totally easy to adjust there. Most folks have not been to Africa. Most folks, if you go to Nigeria, it's going to be rugged. If you go to Ghana, it's getting crowded. They have corruption, they've got crime, they've got drugs, they've got every kind of problem. You will be in a black majority and you can have peace of mind, but you know what? If you think you can run from white power in Africa, you're out of your collective fucking mind. Barack Obama got AFRICOM in Africa. Africans are being trained in Africa to even kill your ass for the U.S. government. Okay? There's nowhere to run from this beast. We're going to have to dig our heels in and take a stand and let this be our damn Africa and fight for some space. Can't always run. If you can run, good for you. But we're talking about 80 million people. 80 million people going to suddenly just move? Bullshit. And do you really think Africans are going to want 5, 6, 7, 800, 900, a million people crashing into their country? Have you ever talked to Africans about how they treat foreigners and refugees in their country and how they kill and murder and have communal violence? Africa isn't a paradise. And I like Africa. And I've been to more countries in Africa than a whole lot of people who have all these romantic views about Africa. Let me run down the countries I've been to, and I hope to go to a few this year, God willing. I've been to Uganda, Rwanda, Congo, South Africa, Libya, Tunisia, Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso, Senegal, Ghana, Togo, Nigeria, Cape Verde. And I may have left out one or two. I left out Kenya. Okay, I've been to about 10, 12 countries in Africa. I know Africans who haven't been as many countries in Africa as I've been. It's not as easy as you think. Your money goes a lot further, but the money comes to the United States. Do you know if you go to Africa, you have to pay taxes to the United States? It's not easy to just run to Africa. The African countries will give you all kinds of issues. You will find out how corrupt and how difficult these African bureaucracies are, which is why Africans are willing to come here and let us suffer for their inclusion and assimilation into American life versus staying in their own home countries. You're out of your damn mind if you think Africa is always easy. It can be rough. And do our black junkies and our black alcoholics and our black folks with mental problems and our black folks who are illiterate and our black folks who aren't prepared to make it where they are, who haven't mastered English, ready to go to another country? I tell you, hell to no not. We got to deal with reality in this country here and now. Repatriating to Africa would be easy for me. I have friends all over Africa. I have places to go. However, why always run? Sometimes we gotta stand. And trust me, when you get to Africa, now that the Chinese and the Germans and the French and all these other people, they're white people in Africa, they're going there by the hundreds of thousands, you will encounter white supremacy, white privilege, and Africans who worship white people in Africa who don't give a fuck about you. Some that do, some that don't. It all depends. There's tribalism in Africa. There's sectarianism in Africa. It's not easy. It's not this bullshit Jufere Kunta Kinte going home and being received. That's not necessarily the case. I've been to Africa. I've been received in Africa. I've had people try to rob me in Africa, cheat me in Africa, mistreat me in Africa. They got crime and every other kind of thing in Africa. It's not heaven. Become a damn Christian if you want to go to heaven. If you want to be a human being in this world, you got to stand and fight. Stop running. Stop cooning. Stop pretending this stuff's going to be easy. Black people not getting themselves organized and united has emboldened people to attack us. We've allowed a group of black deviants to hijack our community. And all these folks, it's interesting, for all the little shithead asshole black people who are able to hate Donald Trump only, but can't hate Nancy Pelosi, can't hate gentrification, can't hate lead poisoning, can't hate food deserts, can't hate pedophile, crooked, sellout preachers and politicians and community leaders, can't hate not having reparations, can't hate not having student loan forgiveness, can't hate homelessness, can't hate illiteracy, can't hate black criminality, black folks' mental health crises, can't hate our lack of access to capital. Y'all are sickening. Y'all need to cut that shit out. Grow the fuck up. If we united, nobody could punish us or handle us. But as long as we're every person for themselves, we're sitting ducks to be picked off one at a time. And all the folks who've been masturbated into the hate Trump cult, for all, I'm going to just tell you something. When white folks see cities burning, when they've been told the country's on fire, they'll rally behind Trump like never before. And what ends up happening is we become the group identified with being against the president. Then COINTELPRO, which is still in existence, and all the repression programs go into overdrive. They're in existence now. They'll be worse if we don't have ourselves together. And by the way, when they come after you, almost everybody in this damn queue, you've never been listed as a threat to the state of America. I have for 3 years. You do not know what the hell you're talking about until you've been through it. Where your mail disappears, where people come to your house with guns, where your family members get threatened, or people go and question your friends. If you haven't lived that, for all you assholes who criticize this whole Trump thing, you don't know anything. There are a lot of dumb fuck armchair black people who've never been anywhere or done anything other than had an opinion like they have an asshole that's not white, the same way your opinions are not educated. Wake the hell up. Notice how the CBC and none of these people are talking. They're all afraid of getting shot or jailed because they're dirty, or they can get picked off because that's the dangerous climate that's here. Our issue isn't the one person in the White House. Our issue is the system, the total system of oppression that includes black subversives, traitors, and other people in our midst. And we don't even deal with that. That's the easiest nut to crack, is to crack down on those who are helping to sell us out. This thing in Minnesota, it's a farce. The Palestinian mobsters had that dude killed. And the Arabs selling dope and loose cigarettes and human trafficking and porn and filth. And they work with the Jews and the whites and the cops against black folks, and so do the Latinos and the other Asians. We are at war with the entire world. And we think we don't need each other. And we think when we don't know anything, we're equal to folks. Not trying to trip, but hey, I got them. I earned them. Five degrees, whether I have a penny to my name or not, I'm a brilliant person. And I know what I'm saying. We're in a lot of danger. Am I saying be afraid? No. I'm saying be strategic. Am I afraid? Not really. I trust God, and I know I'm smart enough to stay out of certain trouble, but understand something. We're being set up. They're creating a climate, and after all this raising hell and stuff is done, black people will be left holding the bag, and the whole state will come down on our head like a club. And this is what happened after 1968 when they rioted when Martin Luther King was assassinated. And they've been beating the shit out of black people for the last 53 years. Wake up, people. Don't get caught out. Don't join the Black Lives Matter madness. It's a trap. Black Lives Matter is a sodomite, communistic con game. It's a hoax. I'm against police repression. I'm a registered human rights defender. I've been to South Africa to protest against police brutality. I have done what I could do, which is much more than 99% of the people I know out there. I know a lot of black folks, y'all ain't doing shit but getting high, having fun, pretending this stuff doesn't matter, until someone in your family gets killed or the shit gets beaten out of you. Then all of a sudden you discover there's this struggle. So wake up. COONBUSTERS. Notice COVID. All these things have happened in 2020. And you don't see any leadership. Nobody's saying, here's a plan. This is what we can do. Let's unite. Let's come together. We're not going to tolerate any more black folks being shot by police. None of this is happening. We're all being told, vote. Well, my mother's been voting since 1964. And my mother's never seen things be this bad. We've been voting, but what does that mean? I'm not knocking voting. It is not a complete solution. Mobilization, organization, financialization, doing things to protect yourself, control of land, institutions. This is what must become the infrastructure of a people that want to survive in a predatory, capitalistic society that's based on the movie Hunger Games. And we're not there. We need to get there. I want to let you know I spent 4 weeks meeting with black farmers in Tennessee and Kentucky. I'm going to go back out. By October, we should have at least a limited plan for how we can deliver food and goods to black communities throughout the United States. I'm going to do what I can do. And that's a 55-year-old brother living in his mama's basement because he's in trouble with folks for his points of view. I know other people with a hell of a lot more. They're not doing a goddamn thing but thinking about themselves and their family members. And in reality, their scope of concern is too small. The black elite has betrayed you. Notice how Oprah Winfrey, notice how jive-ass Michael Jordan, people we've never seen express any concern for black folks. They're being trotted out because folks don't know what to do to control a potentially explosive situation. And what many of you don't think about is that there are more black people. We're more than 10 or 12% of the population in this country. These folks know how many of us there actually are. If black people were 20 or 30% of the population, and we all started tripping, that would bring this whole thing down. Do you really think the people who've invested trillions of dollars in factories and roads are going to let a hated minority group just tear everything up? Hell to the no. In fact, they'll bring the Chinese over here to help kill us. We're in a very dangerous spot. We're going to have to use our heads. Donald Trump, is he a piece of work? Sure. Every president's been a piece of work. Obama was a damn piece of work. A black or a half-breed piece of work. None of these people give a damn about us. We've got to care about ourselves. And maybe that's just 5-6% of us. You know what? If the white supremacists or others kill 90% of black people, and the 10% of us that get a clue survived, we could rebuild our people. Maybe we need to lose huge numbers of people, the kind of black folks that you cannot get to think, the kind that you can't get to listen to you or read a book or cooperate or start a farm or a garden or any kind of gun club, something to protect and secure our lives, huh? Maybe we'll lose large numbers of people. I would hate to see it happen, because no matter how angry I get with our flaws, I love us as a collective. But you know what? The breaks are the breaks. We're seeing people die every day. COVID was a hoax. Black Lives Matter is a hoax. But white supremacy and folks having a plan to exterminate us the day of the rope, if you haven't read the Turner Diary, that's no hoax. We're deeply hated people in a very dangerous situation, and we're like sheep being led to the slaughter. I don't even know if we have a Judascope to take us in to get our heads cut off. We're really not ready. We really need to see, when they are calling white crowds on television black people and putting that in millions of white people's heads, that they're black folks burning up everything, that's inciting people to come and kill. The same way you don't know that thousands of armed white people invaded the black areas of Minnesota just 3 weeks ago and occupied them. They're lucky that there was people were called in, because they could have killed dozens of black folks. Anyone that loves their people doesn't want to see unnecessary loss of life. Wake up, people. Wake up. You need God. You need some land to grow some stuff on. You need some way to generate at least some power, have some water, have some food. Do something for yourself, and understand these sexuality coons and these Democrats and the Republican coons, they don't mean us any good. They're all about themselves. Notice how the mega preachers, when people were dying from corona or whatever it was that was killing them, were only asking for tithes. We're being treated like a carcass, a piece of meat that's being eaten by 1 million maggots. Unite, wake up, be a coonbuster, pay attention, see that we're being played. Black Lives Matter received tens of millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars from gay white billionaires. My people, my people, my people. Those white folks out there marching are being paid by prepaid Visa cards to hide the money moving around. Do you think that many white people give a damn about black folks dying? If they did, folks wouldn't be celebrating the aborting of live black babies all over the country. This is Dr. Randy Short. What is this, the 14th of June 2020? I'm very pissed off. I'm going to do another one of these. Please be a coon buster. Open up your mind. And by the way, if you are Obama or Black Lives Matter supporter, please delete me. I really don't want to hear what you have to say. And like I said, everyone's got an opinion like an asshole, and your opinions are uninformed, and your asshole's probably unwiped. You have a good day.